to Wall Street. Welcome to New York City, the world's financial capital.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to NYSE Live. I'm Kristen Scholler, and I do want to send things to the boardroom here at the NYSE, where ICE CEO Jeff Sprecher is speaking ahead of First Lady Melania Trump's ringing of the opening bell. Let's take a look.
Wall Street, because we're here, but also on this corner, kitty corner to this building, was the nation's first Capitol. And George Washington was sworn in on the street, on the corner, next to this building. And as we were starting our republic, just about 250 years ago, the first Congress met in that building and started to work on the Bill of Rights. And in front of the building, on this side of the corner, there was a tree called the buttonwood tree. And underneath the buttonwood tree, 24 brokers got together and began to raise the money to pay for the Congress and also to build the infrastructure that today powers what you saw on that screen. So the term Wall Street is really the intersection, truly the intersection, of a democracy that was formed with capitalism. And so we're going to celebrate that here today with the bell ringing. And if you think about the people that were on the street and across the street that were building our society 250 years ago, they were entrepreneurs and business people that came to contribute. They were people that wanted to become public servants. They were philanthropists that decided they wanted to donate part of their lives to building this great country. And so today, the First Lady is here, and I will tell you that she's been here on numerous occasions. And if you ask why has she been in this building, she's actually been here as a philanthropist, she's been here as a businesswoman, and she's been here as a public servant. And so as we celebrate the birth of our country, she embodies what people 250 years ago had hoped would survive in this building and on this very corner. One other thing about her visits here, my colleague Courtney is over here. She's a professional photographer that's on the staff of the New York Stock Exchange. And so one of the things she's going to do today is take dozens and dozens of photographs. And we have in our archives dozens of photographs of the First Lady. And I've seen most of them. And I can tell you that in every photograph, you see a person who's happy, you see a person who's engaged, you see a person who's intentional, and you see a woman who is incredibly lovely. And I'm sure the makers of the film, Brett and Ellen and Mark and the cinematographers, in every scene see the same thing that we see in every photo that we've ever taken of the First Lady. And I'm going to have an opportunity to see the movie on Thursday, and like many of you are looking forward to seeing it. I'm absolutely confident, given our experience with the First Lady, that the movie is going to be absolutely beautiful. So let me turn the podium over to Lynn Martin, who's the president of the New York Stock Exchange and who actually runs this company and runs this building, to introduce the First Lady.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 11 Wall Street. At times, the universe places people in extraordinary circumstances. Circumstances you could never imagine growing up in, and circumstances where there is no set playbook, only choices to make. Now, for a select few, They view this as an opportunity. And in even rarer cases, some use this as a moment to leverage the championing of a cause that they hold dear, to use the moment and the platform to make the world a better place. That is what the movie Melania showcases, a woman who embodies strength, grace, and warmth to redefine what it means to be the First Lady of the United States of America. After having the privilege of seeing the film, I was struck by this portrait of a woman who is reinventing the role of First Lady of the United States of America. Someone who is showing the world that you could be a businesswoman and an entrepreneur while still being a mother and a wife. Melania was not only the mastermind behind curating a variety of events that led up to the inauguration of our 47th president. At the same time, she was operating businesses that focus on protecting those most important and most vulnerable in our society, those being children. The latter was what struck me the most. It became clear to me while watching the film just how grounded our First Lady is in love not just of country, but of family. I was unaware at how much that love of family is her guiding source of inspiration to make the world a better place for children around the globe and to give them a voice. And while that may have been clear to some during the Be Best initiative, I was unaware of just how much she continued to invest in this platform following President Trump's first term. Since her and her family's return to the White House, Melania has continued to advance several initiatives focused on the causes she is most passionate about. And it's remarkable in what she has achieved in just 1 year of returning to Washington. As an example, in November of 2025, Melania launched the Fostering the Future to support children in foster care, which secured $25 million in federal funding for housing support. And as the mother of two who are just about to embark upon their own digital journeys, I could not be more grateful to the work that Melania is doing to protect children online, championing the Take It Down Act to address online exploitation, as well as her continued advancement of AI education for children in the White House. Melania, it has been inspiring to see this 20-day peek into your life. You exhibit the unique intersection of clear-headed drive, warmth, grace, and unwavering dedication, not just to this country, but to the youth of the world. As a mother, I am both humbled and grateful to be with you today. And now, it is my great honor to officially introduce the First Lady of the United States of America, Melania Trump, to our stage.
Thank you. Good morning. It's an honor to be on Wall Street in the New York Stock Exchange, just 2 days before the global launch of my new film, Melania. Thank you for having me today, Jeff, Lynn, and of course, the CEOs from America's great corporations. Superior storytelling drives culture, and in turn, moves markets. In the near future, cultural influence will matter as much as economic power. Our ability to tell our stories and emotionally connect with audiences is paramount. People long to be moved. We need stories that inspire dreams, offer hope, tales of redemption, sad stories, love stories, and funny stories. We want to feel human. My new film, Melania, provides a window into an important period for America, the 47th presidential inauguration. For the first time in history, people will witness the 20 days leading up to the inauguration through the eyes of an incoming First Lady. Visual storytelling and beautiful music create memories for a lifetime. What do you remember when you hear Rolling Stones, Michael Jackson? Films bring families and friends together, sitting side by side, sharing a collective moment. In doing so, they will not simply watch my film. They will participate in a great American tradition and become part of our nation's history. Thank you for joining me on this historic morning, and enjoy the film. Thank you.
Madam First Lady, we have a variety of traditions at the New York Stock Exchange. The first tradition that we have is every morning we strike a medallion for our bell ringers. It is my honor to present you with this morning's medallion. On the front of the medallion are our 6 pillars, which stand for a variety of things, but importantly, they stand for access to free markets around the globe and the concept of freedom, which I know you fight for every single day. And on the back is the buttonwood tree. As Jeff mentioned, we were founded under a buttonwood tree on the corner of Wall and Broad. It reminds us of our commitment to fair and transparent markets. It's my honor to present you with this.
Thank you, beautiful. Thank you.
And then, I will take this book. And then we have a bit of a different tradition. We have never done this before. It is my honor to present you with this engraved plate, which commemorates your time with us today and congratulates you on the launch of your film. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And then for everyone in the room, we have our challenge coin, which you will pick up on your way down as we head down to perform our celebration of everything that is great in this country, and that is the capital markets. So, shall we all head down to do this? All right, let's do this. Thank you all. We will meet you downstairs.
NYSE President Lynn Martin delivering First Lady Melania Trump a gift there, of course, as Melania Trump makes her way down to the opening bell podium here at the New York Stock Exchange to celebrate the open of equity markets and, of course, the global theatrical release of her film titled Melania on Friday, January 30th. We'll show you that coverage, of course, as the First Lady and her crew make their way onto the trading floor and up to that bell podium. We're going to take a short break, but we'll have more on the other side.
As we stand on the cusp of America's 250th anniversary, we're reminded of the principles that have powered the world's greatest economy.
The New York Stock Exchange is a cathedral of the capital markets, replete with rhythms and rituals that allocate resources towards socially valued uses. That story will reach a rare milestone when our republic marks its 250th year. Anniversaries of this magnitude demand more than just ceremony. They ask something of us. They invite us to reflect, to ensure that the future that we shape will prove to be worthy of the legacy that we've inherited.
Welcome back, everyone, to NYSE Live. It's a big day here at the New York Stock Exchange. First Lady Melania Trump is set to ring the opening bell, and we'll be showing you, of course, that live imagery as Melania makes her way to the opening bell podium. We also see the S&P 500 setting up for gains pre-market. Rose to an all-time high yesterday, and 7,000 is within striking distance. And for that, I do want to bring in our resident market expert, Jay Woods. He's Chief Market Strategist at Freedom Capital Markets. Jay, great to have you on the show this morning.
Yeah, good to be here.
A lot to talk about, and let's start with where the S&P stands. What can you share?
Yeah, it looks like we may open at S&P 7,000. Does it mean anything? Well, it's an all-time new high, so we like that. Big round numbers, we celebrate them here at the NYSE. Not quite Dow 50,000. UNH ruined that for us yesterday, being such a big component in that index. But we're in the middle of earnings season. We got a Fed announcement at 2 o'clock, press conference at 2:30, and we had a lot of great reports to kick us off today. And then I call them the JV reports, because the varsity, when you have four magnificent stocks reporting, 3 after the close today and then Apple tomorrow, that's what will really confirm. Will 7,000 hold, or is this a rally to fade? We'll find out in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, those tech earnings obviously very much in focus. We'll have the Fed decision at 2 p.m. Eastern as well. Markets, by and large, not pricing in a rate cut at this particular meeting. But what matters when we hear from the Fed Chair Jerome Powell?
Yeah, what matters is Fed independence. The Fed has gotten politicized. When that DOJ investigation came out and they wanted to remove Powell, or at least try to attempt to remove him this way, he took to the microphone in a very non-Jerome Powell-like statement. He was adamant, saying that we're not going to politicize the Fed. I'm going to fight these allegations. And since then, people have backed off. But this is the time he has the microphone to address it. He's going to address the Lisa Cook hearing. So this is more of a Days of Our Lives scenario, where we're not worried about dovish and hawkish. We want to hear about the Fed independence. He's got 3 meetings to go. The anti-penultimate meeting, look that one up. It's a good word. 3 meetings to go before he's done. So we're kind of going to listen to that. And then here's an interesting caveat as well. Just because he's done as the chair, he still has a term to 2028 where he will sit on the board as a voting member. That will be asked as well. Does he plan to stay on? Now, here's the downside. I don't expect him to give you any juicy answers to these questions, but that's where the focus will be on, not the direction of rate cuts. They'll go back to data dependent, and if the market reacts the way they usually do after a nothing burger Fed press conference, we'll probably sell off. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will be watching that closely. I do want to talk about these technology earnings, big ones coming out after the market closes today. For the biggest tech companies out there, is it all about AI spend?
It is. I mean, and when you talk about the biggest, we're talking Microsoft and Meta. And what happened last quarter? Meta beat, Microsoft beat. And where was the peak? the day before their earnings, and they've been in 20% or more drawdowns. Both stocks under the 200-day moving average. Technically, not where we want to see them. They're a key inflection point, so I watch those two. And then, yes, AI spend. If it's too much, guess what's going to happen? They're going to sell off these stocks regardless of what the earnings are. So it'll be fascinating to watch how they react.
Jay, we're taking a live look here. Imagery, in fact, of First Lady Melania Trump alongside Pete Giacchi with Citadel Securities. He is a designated market maker or trader on the floor of the NYSE. You often see him during IPOs, along with Intercontinental Exchange CEO Jeff Sprecher. Intercontinental Exchange is ICE for short, and of course, NYSE President Lynn Martin. So we're going to see the First Lady make her way up to that opening bell podium, open the equity markets in just about 10 minutes time. For our viewers just tuning in, again, Melania is here to celebrate the upcoming release on Friday, January 30th of her film called Melania. Jay, I do want to ask you another question. We've got the S&P 500 at a record high, 7,000 in sight as we await this market open. We've got a Fed decision